Now at 10, this is Fox 61, Connecticut's news station.
My wife went there as a citizen, free to enjoy her time with her family on a vacation she chose to go to in her homeland, a land she was born in, as she's an American citizen, and so was my son. But now she feels like a prisoner.
Now at 10, a Meriden man is calling on lawmakers for help getting his family home from a trip overseas. Thanks for joining us for the news at 10. I'm Brent Harden.
And I'm Sarah Sanchez. He said his wife and son went to the West Bank in early August. They often visit family there, but this time they haven't been able to leave.
Fox 61's Kay Paddyfoot has more on the story.
Mahar Al-Dagani is doing all that he can to get his wife and son home after they visited family in the West Bank. Although they're American citizens, he says they're being told they cannot come home. He's worried about the unthinkable.
How was everything? Did you get any updates from... Have you gotten any updates?
For 9 weeks, this is how Mahar Al-Dagani has communicated with his wife of 17 years. FaceTime. He says on August 14th, when his wife and 14-year-old son were supposed to fly out of Ben Gurion Airport, they were denied by Israeli authorities and he says treated terribly.
My son couldn't even drink water. It was right near them. He was told things like, do you know what we do to kids your age? Do you see what's happening in Gaza? They searched my wife 8 times. And then that wasn't enough, that they needed to do a strip search on her in front of male authorities where she refused. Sternly, she refused. She wouldn't do such a thing.
Al-Dagani believes his family is being treated like this because they are Palestinian.
His name is Intifada. Literally means uprising. To some people, it's a bad word. To her, she used to witness the IDF storming into their house and taking her father. She's lived a rough life.
He says lawmakers like Senator Richard Blumenthal and Congresswoman Johanna Hayes have reached out and are helping however they can. In a statement from Congresswoman Hayes, she says, quote, this American family should be afforded the same benefit of international travel that every other U.S. citizen enjoys without fear of being detained or having their rights violated. Farhan Menon, chairman of the Connecticut chapter of the Council on American Islamic Relations, says elected representatives have to demand accountability when it comes to Israel's airport and security procedures.
Well, this case really underscores a broader pattern of racial and ethnic profiling, particularly against Palestinian Americans who are visiting the West Bank and Israel, and it just has to be rooted out. Our elected representatives, which give billions of our tax-paying dollars to Israel, have to demand that there have to be accountability and transparency in airport and security procedures.
Until the situation is sorted, he says his family is staying with relatives in the West Bank. Al-Dagani says what's happening to his family is not right and hopes to be reunited with them soon. In Hartford, Kay Paddyfoot, Fox 61.
2 men are recovering after a double shooting tonight in Hartford. Police responded to a shot spotter alert on Battle Street just before 7:30 and found evidence of gunfire there. A man in his 50s and another man in his 70s showed up at a local hospital. Both were alert and conscious. Major crimes detectives are now investigating. And now to the scene of a wild crash that ended with multiple vehicles damaged. One even landed upside down in a Dunkin' Donuts parking lot this morning.
Fox 61's Tim Latow joins us live from Rocky Hill with how it all unfolded. Hi, Tim.
Sarah and Brent, several hours after that wild scene, police say a pickup truck came off of this intersection at Cromwell Avenue, crashed into the utility box, went up the embankment before smashing into about a half dozen cars.
How could they possibly have flipped over like that? So it had to be a fairly high rate of speed, but it just didn't make any sense.
This Dunkin' Donuts parking lot in Rocky Hill looked like the aftermath of a demolition derby, with cars mangled, smashed, and upside down.
This is crazy. How do you manage this? Like, wouldn't you think to stop at some point?
Anthony Spada, a barber working in the mall next door, knew he had to put down the razor and jump in to help the woman upside down in her pickup truck.
We needed to lay her down on the ground. She was awake. Her dog was okay. We got the dog out too. and we just stayed with her until the paramedics came.
Rocky Hill police say the driver and her dog were both hurt but are expected to recover, and no one else was hurt.
It was kind of chaos. Everyone was scrambling. Everyone was calling 911, trying to figure out where the car even came from or how they got hit.
An hours-long effort to clear the scene forced the Dunkin' Donuts to close for a short time. Now, the only signs of the wild start to the morning are a damaged utility box with wires exposed and the thick tire tracks that led to this parking lot of chaos.
Not what I expect on a Tuesday right after the holidays.
Rocky Hill police have not yet said what caused the driver to crash, but we'll let you know when they do. Live in Rocky Hill, Tim Lateau, Fox 61.
Thank you, Tim. Well, right now, a New Haven student is free. He was released today from ICE custody after 44 days in detention. 18-year-old Esdras is a junior at Wilbur-Cross High School. He was detained at his workplace in July. Over the past couple of months, he spent time at different detention facilities in Massachusetts, New Hampshire, and Louisiana. And he was about to be deported to his home country of Guatemala last week. But a judge agreed that Esdras can return back to Massachusetts. The organization Connecticut Students for a Dream says he posted a $1,500 bond today and is on his way back to Connecticut. The group says it will plan a homecoming event for Esdras in a couple of weeks.
And today marked 1 year since 3 people died in a boat crash off the coast of Old Saybrook. Ian Dutchman, Ryan Bertagna, and Christopher Hallahan all died in that crash. 6 others were pulled from the water by rescuers. 26-year-old Clayton Hackling was arrested months later and now faces serious charges, including 3 counts of manslaughter. Police say he was driving the boat at 49 miles per hour when it slammed into a break wall near the mouth of the Connecticut River. And investigators say Hackling was intoxicated with a blood alcohol level nearly twice the legal limit. A Snapchat video sent just moments before impact showed at least 1 passenger feared for his life. Now, Hackling had also been arrested and accused of driving under the influence 5 months before that boat crash. In response, the state lawmakers passed a new law that takes effect October 1st to link DUI convictions on the road and on the water. Under the law, a DUI while driving can now affect a person's boating privileges and vice versa. Supporters, including the mother of one of the victims, say it closes a deadly loophole. Here's what she told lawmakers during a public hearing back in March.
This legislation is not about punishment, it's about prevention. It's about ensuring that people who have demonstrated a disregard for safety on our roads do not carry that risk onto our waterways.
Passing this legislation will not bring my son back, but it will ensure that his death was not in vain. It will be a step towards accountability, responsibility, and safety, so that other mothers never have to stand where I am standing today.
Hackling is expected to appear in court later this month for both the boat crash and the DUI case. And right now, an investigation is underway after a serious motorcycle crash on Killingly Avenue in East Putnam. It happened around 5:30 this afternoon. The East Putnam Fire Department sent us this video of Lifestar landing in a nearby field. State police say there were serious injuries, but did not say how many people were hurt. We are working to get more information.
New Haven police have identified the man shot and killed yesterday afternoon. 31-year-old Brequan Chapman left Real Right Smoker Shop on Chapel Street around 1:45 when a person he didn't know shot him. Chapman died at the hospital. Investigators believe this was a targeted attack and drug-related. Police are asking witnesses to come forward. New Haven police say there have been 5 homicides in the last 17 days. The department spoke with the media today to talk about gun violence, and they've been working on several cases. Officers arrested a man in connection to an August 17th deadly shooting. Dylan Cornelius from West Haven was shot and killed on College Street. Officials say Wade Johnson was also shot, and he fired back. He has since been charged with carrying a pistol without a permit and tampering with evidence. Johnson's being held on a $350,000 bond. And police have learned more about the shooting on August 25th, where 2 men died. Investigators say Daquan Hyman and Ernest Williams got into a fight with a group of men on Dickerman Street. We're told that he knew one of the men because he spent time with him in jail. Detectives say they believe the fight had stemmed from something that happened in jail. The fight escalated and the men were shot. No arrests have been made.
Our numbers to date we've had 13 homicides so far this year, 25 non-fatal shooting victims, and 72 confirmed shots fired. And while we've had a tough few weeks and it's sometimes hard to see the forest through the trees, our overall numbers for gun-related violent crime continue to be down.
We have more details and updates on these shootings on our website, fox61.com.